care. Like don't do that, don't do that, no, don't do that, don't do that.
Or then you have to get the triple play, right? Because if you only have 2 things, it's expensive. Because we do not use our home phone.
You don't have to, but for some reason they'll wiggle their way into giving it to you somehow.
Because the only person that calls us on the home phone are telemarketers.
I know, but
it's like,
exactly.
Why is that there?
Hold the phone. Just do that, but then plug out the phone line. Easy clap.
Well, yeah, I mean that's true.
No, but then you still pay extra for phone. They still weasel that in somehow.
Oh, the freaking phone? It doesn't come in the plan by itself. Oh, yeah, then don't fucking.
Like if you have 2 out of the 3 things,
they always push the third.
They try to push it.
So they're like, oh, the 2 are this, but if you want the 3rd option, it's like an extra $1.
It's like, oh, but you get. I mean, the only reason why we have a fucking home phone still is because my mom uses it as a business line. And,
see, that makes sense.
And it has, and we have international calling.
Oh.
But aside from that, if you're not using any of those, fuck that.
If you got a home phone and it's not international calling, that's just worthless.
You know something funny? You can get home from like your phone carrier. I know T-Mobile does it.
Hey man, I ain't American, so I don't have that option.
Whatever, you Canadian scum.
What? Call me scum? Bruh, I am of 2 nations that beat the US in the war, right?
Oh damn. Oh shit.
But where do you live now?
Well, my origins are from Vietnam. But
no one cares about your origins. Where do you live?
Canada, motherfucker.
Exactly.
So I still am.
Now suck down some maple syrup and say you're sorry about it.
Shut up. Tell that to my polar bear.
He's also a bitch. He'll say sorry he'll say sorry.
Yo, man, I'd love you to do that to a real one because they fucking eat at humans.
I'd have to be drunk enough to do that. You piece of shit. What do? You just shit in the woods and you fall asleep all winter. I'm awake all winter. Faggot. What do you even do?
How to be a man 101. Just go.
Be like that one dude that punches a grizzly bear.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Don't touch my dog, bitch.
Wait, no, that was a kangaroo, wasn't it?
No, there was a guy that like saw like his dog getting attacked by a bear. He punched the bear and the bear ran off.
Oh, well, there's another one.
There's another one. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about, the kangaroo one. Yeah,
I've seen that one. No, the kangaroo, like he just went up to it, punched it, and then it was like, "Come here, boy."
There.
And
it just stood there.
The kangaroo was just dumbfounded, like, "The fuck just happened?"
I think the kangaroo was like, "Did you really just have the courage to smack me?"
No. It's like he's like, you know what? Respect.
I respect it.
Respect.
He just looks at you, just like, all right.
Oi, you fucking cat! Stay away from your dog. Fucking.
Stay away from me, dog. All right.
Cat.
I think the kangaroo was holding the dog in like a chokehold. It looked so weird. I was like, wait.
Oi, cat! That's me dog. Fuck you.
That's my dog there, you bro. You can't.
Did you guys ever see the video of the kangaroo that's like against like a glass and it's like buff, super buff?
Oh, the super buff alpha kangaroo, yeah.
Oh my god, you could see the veins in its muscles. I'm like,
dude, it crushes a metal bucket like paper. Like.
Yeah, kangaroos are no joke. In fact, I think they're an epidemic in Australia, so they like allowed like kangaroo hunting.
Oh, these kangaroo jerk me, so you know.
Must taste good then.
Must be. But man, those alpha, man, they're fucking, I don't know, man.
They take steroids.
Hundreds of
They look like they take steroids. I don't know what's up with their alpha genes. But like, when you compare a regular kangaroo, it's like, it's nothing. You look at an alpha, it's like, holy shit, it's on steroids.
I'm pretty sure if you get kicked once by one of those, you're done.
Well, a regular kangaroo, you get knocked out. With an alpha kangaroo, I don't know, you're probably dead.
Your rib cage would literally just rupture.
you would explode like a London bus slamming into you. Explode.
Oof. Explosions.
Just explode. I mean, I've seen videos where like street racers like drive super fast, you know, down those like really long tracks, and then a freaking deer comes along and they just explode. And it's like, Jesus Christ.
Damn,
like,
they fly into them that fast?
Well, yeah, Brett, when a deer like just jumps right in front of like a freaking car that's going like 400 or 500 miles an hour.
There's nowhere to go, right? It's just
you can't stop. You gotta keep going. So like, you just see the deer just explode. Like I saw a cam video of a guy like behind the guy who hit the deer. Dude, there's like it's raining blood everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Like the guy's like entire car was destroyed. Like blood's everywhere. It's like it's raining blood. It's like damn.
We'll put those marksmanship scores to good use.
It's pretty crazy though, fucking exploding animals. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know about
Exactly
you guys,
what I
but
need.
myself, like, damn, that's quite something.
I mean, what is it called?
Dude.
That's like one of my biggest fears. Especially when you see like a deer sign, it's like, maybe I should slow down. I'm not trying to hit one. Because they do come out of nowhere.
My car!
My car! You just hit a deer and it explodes? No!
No,
Hope
they don't
insurance pays
explode.
for
They
this.
get hit, they fall to the ground, they make you think they're dead, then they hop up and they just walk away, scaring the shit out of you. It's like, oh my god, I hit a deer, and it's like, boink, 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 boink.
And then they steal your car and drive off
Exactly.
into the distance.
And then they steal your car and drive.
It's the biggest con.
Yeah, the streets ain't safe here in the U.S.
Well, you know, I've been to Florida. I've almost got ran over a couple of times, so yes, I can confirm that. I had a cop pull a gun on me when I was in Florida. It wasn't funny.
What the heck?
I looked suspicious. Oh, thanks, man. As a tourist, I am 100%.
I mean, yeah, you don't know where you're at.
Dude, I went to SeaWorld in Florida, and like I was in a t-shirt and shorts, and it was like I think 12 degrees outside, and like everyone's wearing winter jackets and shit. I'm like, what the fuck
It
is
means
this?
12 degrees Celsius, by the way.
We use the
You use Fahrenheit? Is that what you use? Right, you guys.
We use the right system. You communist bastard.
You see, our 99% of the world uses degrees. What happened? You know, you guys are like, oh, fuck daylight savings, right? And then it's like, you're still using, you know. Damn weirdos.
We're interesting beings.
America, fuck yeah.
I measure my dick in inches, not centimeters.
Oh shit! I don't even have a dick.
Whoa, huh? Wait, what? Huh?
Huh?
Huh? Huh?
He says he's a eunuch.
Ah, I see.
Well, you see here, I have
At
Asian
least
genetics,
you know the value
so
of money.
Nah, that doesn't mean anything.
Oh wait, are you watching my stream?
They never showed up on the thing that it was up.
No, it's up now.
Are you doing it on Twitch or on PlayStation?
YouTube.
no, he's doing it on Mixer, you know.
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah, I don't
Send
do
me that
Twitch.
link.
I'll do Twitch.
Wait, what's your thing on YouTube?
It's just my name.
Oh. Well, this is awkward.
And you know the picture. You know it's me.
How does one do the searchings? Channel. I'm looking for the Michael Fernandez. Oh, there's that guy.
Yeah. Just love hearing yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of did. It's in your settings. Let me change it. It's getting annoying.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 10%. Hit drive.
Shit.
Inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Over here before you get yourself killed. Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Call on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. You out of your mind? No way. Once we've dealt with these marauders, I'm hunting that sick freak down. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son. Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health. Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's Marauder territory, friend. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? Four workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
The grease monkey, Argo? Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one, and I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the Botanical District over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. The geothermal plant was built by our owners, Spacer's Choice. Lit up the whole Vale once upon a time. Most of the Vale is now abandoned. All that power is going to waste. We could use the power. Cannery's been struggling. If we don't ramp up productivity, the company might cut us loose. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the... To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to... I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. Thanks, mister. That's what my dad used to say anyways. Sorry, can't do that.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy. Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. What? Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his... Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got... You are? I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy. Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead. That's all I can ask.
Oh, I cut my own hair.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene. So everyone said, I'm Conrad. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean... Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation... As broke as pie crust, friend. Bitless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch. Edgewater is built on the discipline and sacrifice of its people. Say what you will about our town, but we tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Not a bad idea, but I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and... Something I can do for you? You run into any trouble? Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners. Skimp out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe... Fancy threads. That... You run into any... Conrad's got a... You'll find him in... Yeah? Hang on, I'm good. Work's been real... You could, but you'd be... Every now...
When I was little, we'd get freighters and...
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally... You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.